YouTube channel got deleted this week.
Wait. Oh my God.
Deleted.
Gustavo?
No, that one's still up.
Oh, okay.
Wait, which one? Your music videos?
No, those are still up.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
what?
I had another YouTube channel.
Derek
Ooh, a
said
secret
this
one.
happened to me in private the other day. Derek came in my office and said my YouTube channel's
Because
fucking
I'm
deleted.
pissed off
and
about
I'm like, oh no, all those music videos. No, they're all fine. Okay.
Here's the thing.
Wait, what's going on?
Guys, the Mega64 channel is gone. I had a secret one that had nothing on it.
I didn't say that. I have 2 YouTube channels.
Okay.
I have my original one, Gustavo. Check it out. Music videos, funny skits. Subscribe. I have the least amount of subscribers of anybody in this group. Why?
Quality
I don't
over
get it.
quantity, dude.
Yeah, fuck
Remember?
that. I should just fart out bullshit nonstop because my subscriptions would go through the roof.
Okay, well, you just
Wow.
made an insinuation about my channel. and I
Colin,
don't really
figure
appreciate
update.
Have you seen the Bedmaster Saga?
Have you seen my video at Wawa from 2 days ago?
Yeah, Fig Revolution's coming back, baby, one day.
But I also have one because we have an email set up through Gmail.
Sure.
So it was automatically set up. So I had a second one that I would use for, like I would make a music video and I would submit it to the band by using that channel. I'd do like an unlisted link.
Okay.
So I did have music videos on there, and there was actually a music video that never went on my channel. That the band wanted to put on Vimeo. It was an unlisted video. And I got this thing from YouTube being like, that video has been taken down for violation of terms of service for sexual content.
Whoa.
I was like, what the fuck? I didn't make a video with sexual content in it. I made a video where I'd re-edited this educational film from the 50s about the deviants in America. It was this Christian educational video about how like people shouldn't look at smutty magazines.
Yeah.
It was a re-edit of that with like the band on top of it in green screen. Everything was censored. That was the video. So I was like, what? No, I'm going to contest this. So I fought it and I was like, look, this is re-edited. There's no actual nudity in here. And this is artistic. This is not like a pornographic thing. Next day, YouTube channel deleted. And I was just like,
Because you even,
the fuck?
because you contested it, they just delete you?
I don't know.
Well, I don't understand what happened
I was
there.
like, I used that channel. I was like sending videos out to people, to get stuff approved. And they're like, it says your YouTube channel is deleted. I was like, what's going on? So
If you have a problem,
not
don't
kid friendly, I guess.
What
To
the
ask them about it.
educational videos from the 50s are not kid friendly.
Whoa.
This whole like everything
weird.
has to be kid friendly thing. Is,
Yeah.
Dude, it's killing the...
It's gonna fucking ruin the world.
I know a lot of I made a joke in the podcast about like Sean bleep all the curse words, please. After we cursed like 8 times.
Yeah.
80
Yeah.
times I meant to say. And that really is a joke because I keep having like friends or other people that I know in the YouTube space go like, yeah, we don't even curse in our videos anymore. Yeah, actually we don't even say things are dumb. You know, like the most tepid. And I'm not saying you gotta curse to do anything, but the fact that it's like, oh no, don't curse. What the fuck is this? What is happening?
It used to be...
Like we're making this
A
for this
creative
audience.
space.
We're making this for an audience that can take some curse words.
I don't want fucking 5-year-olds watching my music videos anyway.
that's exactly the
Exactly.
I'm not making shit for 5-year-olds. You're gonna delete my fucking channel?
And it's the fucking parents' responsibility.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But
I can do whatever the fuck I want to say on this fucking podcast, and if you're fine with letting your kid watch it, that's your call. You're the parent, not my call.
Steven in the chat summed it up perfect. And now with the COPPA rules, you can't be too kid friendly either.
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
If you're actually like marketing to young children, we're gonna go after you for all these little things because you have to follow all these rules and you didn't follow the guidelines and you didn't. So it's like you either are, if you're over here, you're in trouble, and then if you're over here, you're in trouble, and it's like, okay, you guys figure this out. I'll keep doing my thing.
Do you remember when we got yelled at for cursing when we saw the Texas baseball game where we were the Frisco Rough Riders?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the dad yelled at us, and I thought, like, we're at a baseball game.
Yeah.
And we weren't even saying anything that bad.
Yeah.
It was just
I've
like,
heard much
oh,
worse.
man, I this fucking barbecue sauce in my lap. Oh, hey, guys, cool with the swearing. My kids are here. I don't give a fuck. Don't take your kid to the baseball game.
I heard cursing at the baseball
They
game.
can't hear the word fuck.
I went to the Padre game as a kid. I heard fuck.
And the Padres are holy
When
men.
I take my kids out to a sporting event or outside in the world, I assume they will hear a word that maybe they don't like.
Yeah.
Tough luck. That's fucking life.
And
now
Tough titties.
Personally, I don't want to live in a kid-friendly world. I don't want everything to be fucking red and blue and primary colors and ooh, look, we have a cartoon bird over here. Like, fuck that shit.
My kids are watching. I don't fucking care.
Oh.
Fuck. I don't care about your fucking kids. Get them out of here.
Fuck.
Get the fucking kids out of here. I have been in situations where I thought, I shouldn't have my kids here. And then I leave. And I don't tell people to stop doing their thing because that's not my fucking business. I take them out because I have concerns.
Also,
what is wrong with these fucking people?
Can I blow your mind now? I'm going to get philosophical about this shit. All right.
Drop a bomb.
Get ready for this shit. This is, I think about the crazy shit.
Nerf the world.
What the fuck does kid-friendly mean? A kid watching a video is not going to be like, oh, I'm offended. They said the fuck word. They said fuck. No kid. If a kid's watching a video and they say fuck, they're like, I hope my mom didn't hear that. Because the kid's not going to be upset about that content. The kid's parent is going to be upset about that content. So when you say something is kid-friendly, you're making it parent-friendly. That's fucking adults. That's fucking adult-friendly. That's not kid-friendly.
You know what?
Now we're catering the world and fucking stupid-ass, fucked-up adults.
Now, the only thing I really have thought about this.
Excuse me, but that just boils my ears.
Where I had like an aneurysm was I want to say this might have even been like a decade ago.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Katy Perry did that like Sesame Street video?
Yeah, Elmo, yeah.
Yes.
And like people were mad.
Yeah.
Because she
got tiggle bitties.
Yeah. You know
what?
Tiggle bitties.
Where she had like cleavage in her dress.
Yeah.
And that
She can't help
that
that.
was where I had that meltdown.
Yeah.
I went, are the kids mad?
Are the kids jerking off?
No.
Mom's mad.
There was nothing sexual about the video content.
That's her body.
She had boobs. At the worst case scenario, there might have been a young boy that liked it.
Might have.
No!
Like that's all. But here's the thing.
Could have been some young girls like it.
Here's the thing. If the video has legit like pornography or it has, stuff, there is stuff that kids are not fucking wired to see.
Yes.
That's something.
Even our last Flame War Theater is not for kids. Straight up. Like that is like
Kids aren't wired for that
is not-
conversation.
Sure.
Got it.
Sure.
But that is a very explicit, specific thing.
Right.
But your outfit is
It was the parents who were offended.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
That the Katy Perry situation, I had like a brain bleed on. I was just like, no kid is upset or cares about this. Again, if Katy Perry was doing like fucking blowjob jokes and like, kids aren't ready for that. But
It's a period of time thing too, because when Dolly Parton did the Muppet Show back in the 80s, it wasn't a fucking issue.
Yeah.
Totally.
And
But nowadays,
Kurt Dog with the fucking 3-pointer in
he's
the
dropping
chat.
knowledge.
Exactly. Watched Roger Rabbit a million times as a kid. Was I hurt by Jessica Rabbit? Like that didn't even occur to me.
You do say auga now whenever.
But it's guys being guys.
It's locker room
we like
banter.
Michael Bay. We like no, but it was like dude.
And a lot of these things they're teaching the kids they don't like it. The kid doesn't know they don't like it until they say, yeah, but my kid, you didn't like that, right? You don't like seeing those boobies on the, you don't like that. And like, oh no.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know.
kids sitting there like,
I don't know.
No,
I didn't like it.
I hated them.
So,
I hated the boobies.
So you're teaching your kids. People are so fucking dumb.
Like if that's the
Meanwhile,
if there's a
they're
real
drawing furry porn on DeviantArt.
I didn't make my music video for kids to watch. I think if a kid watched that music video, they'd be like, this sucks. Turn it off.
They would be bored.
Yeah,
probably.
True.
They'd be like, what's all this censored nudity? I don't understand this. It's some psychotic parent out there might get offended. So that's why my channel got deleted. And
Dude.
I'm uploading everything to Pornhub from now on.
Hey,
I'm just doing it.
Pornhub.
it might be the way to go. There's streamers out there streaming on that service.
On Pornhub?
Yeah, they put their uploads, they archive there.
I went there though, and it mostly was porn.
Yeah, mostly, but You can
I
find
don't
some
know.
good Fortnite.
That didn't go over well on Christmas.
See, everybody's
You
going to
can
go to
find some good
Pornhub,
Fortnite.
and then they're going to be on the other side of the spectrum. They're going to have terms of service like, if your video doesn't include nudity and explicit sexual content, we will take it down.
It's the other way
They
around.
should do
I
that.
just want to play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and they want me to jerk my dick off.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
not fair.
I just want to play. Oh God. Okay, we're about to get to the Frieza saga. I guess I
Jack
I
breaks.
have to do this, and everyone saw my penis.
Yuck.
Fuck, man. I want to die.
Yeah, dude, this is embarrassing.
So that's
What a world.
our take on the YouTube scene.
Back in the days when I was doing all the merch, the worst emails were always from the fucking moms.
Hey. Not to. Yeah, no. Leave it at that.
I'm just gonna leave. I mean,
Yeah.
the emails I would get
What
was
is
like
this?
treating me like I'm fucking
Satan.
Amazon, and that I give a half a shit about this. Oh, there's some of these things. I cut the shirt with the scissors when I opened the package. I cut the shirt. I forgot. And now the shirt has a hole in it.
I forgot about that. Someone cut the package
They put it in half and then
in half
cut
with
the
scissors, and they cut the shirt in half and got
And they-
mad at us.
and they wanted
what
a fucking
moron.
I
forgot about that.
And then I sat there just being like, I don't even know what to tell you. There's
Ignore.
a tab that literally every other human being that we've ever sent something to has figured out but you, and I'm not giving you a free shirt. And as a matter of fact, never buy a shirt from us again. Thank you, goodbye.
I forgot about that
Yeah.
brain dead fucking email.
Did you ever
When I
get...
saw that, I stared at the screen like I'm dreaming. There's no way someone sent that email in. It's been enough time that I think I
They're
can say
saying
it.
that was a troll 100%. I did the research. That was
I promise
absolutely
you,
not. It was
it's
not.
not.
It was not.
Some
And if
mom.
that's your mom, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
But whoa.
But that was next level fucking dumb. Sorry. I'm sure you're a nice person. What in the blue fuck was that email? I cut the package in half with scissors and the shirt got cut in half. What do I do?
Why would you put it in that
Why
package?
would
I
you
want
put it
another
in that
shirt and
package?
a refund.
Go to CPS
How
and have
come
your
the
child
shirt got
taken
cut in
away.
half when I cut the whole package in half?
How come?
Oh my God! That's so dumb!
They're not fit to raise a child, let alone order them shirts.
I couldn't believe.
You should have wrote her back, ma'am, immediately go make sure the stove is off.
I just,
Anyway.
Did you ever
I
get...
ended it because it was like back and forth of
Yeah.
like really snooty, but it was around the holidays. So I kept saying, and have a Merry Christmas. I kept ending it with that, but I kept adding in all caps. Oh.
Sorry, it was that I apologize. I was going over the top there because I had repressed that memory,
good.
and when you brought that back, it was like fucking Light getting the Death Note back. It was just like he
came
got
to
all
you.
his memories back. Like I couldn't believe that I had blocked that.
Yeah.
I think that was sometimes what happens is the holidays are coming, and I know we're about to go on break, and when dumb shit starts happening before the holidays, I just start to block it out. Like, hey. Don't lose your chill, bro. You're about to go on break. And I think that was one where it was like, I just want to go on vacation and forget this.
And this was like 10 years ago. This was not recent at all. But
not at all.
I just kept thinking like this poor fucking kid
Yeah.
doesn't even know he's getting a shirt. This is
Yeah.
for Christmas. And now his mom is fighting with the people.
Well, he's getting,
Justin,
he's getting
I'm
a crop
sorry.
top.
You wanted this shirt. They package it so dumb.
and
They
then
put it in
don't
an
worry,
envelope.
I yelled at them. I yelled at all of them.
But here's two halves. If you want to tape them together, I don't know. They won't help me.
You know,
They-
I'm
these
sure
assholes won't help me.
a regular company would be like, oh, send it back. I'm sorry. But we were just,
A lot of times,
a couple of college-age kids slinging shirts to our website. Sorry, lady.
yeah. Hey, lady, you're not allowed to shop here anymore.
Yeah, I thought you were going to tell a story about like a mom complaining. What is this filth? Don't ever send these DVDs to our household again.
I did get to eat. Well,
I've gotten those. I got like that once. When I
yeah.
did
Well,
the
when
merch.
we had the disc art,
like-
have it say porn.
Yeah, he ordered
got
it. I don't know.
I don't know what you sent us, but this was not what I ordered. I'm like, did you put it in? Because it is. It was a joke. We joke around here. We
Take
have
the
fun.
DVD labeled porn, watch it.
Watch it,
Tell us what you think.
and then you'll realize it's not.
I will never forget the image. I probably brought this up before, but my cousin's kids got really into Mega 64. They found
okay.
and like really are like they think it's so cool.
Yeah.
Or more. I mean, they're getting older now, and I don't know if they think it's so cool anymore.
They do.
But when they were little kids, it was like,
Yeah.
whoa, Rocco does YouTube. Whoa. And my dad was so excited and brought in the Mega 64 Time Is Running Out Blu-ray. Look what Rocco got you, look. And he opens up the case and it pornography. And it was like, what, fuck, Dad. And he was like, why does it say that? And he walked in the other room and Sharpied over the disc and then handed it back. And then the kids are staring at him like, the fuck did you do?
What?
I mean, it was
He
the
really
most
did that?
yeah. He just walked in the other room. Oh, there was something wrong. I fixed it. Like the kids would be too dumb to see that they scribbled all over the disc. And they're like,
That's why we
What?
made that gag. That's
Anyway.
the reason it says that.
It worked.
That moment.
and then my dad, when he tried to open the package, he cut with a knife right through the DVD, split the disc in half, and then looked at me like, what?
Why?
What do I do now?
I'm gonna write an email.
I'm going to write you an
I'm
email.
gonna
my
write
dad
an email
opened a
and
shirt
saying
package.
I want a refund and my change.
I want 220s and my change.
I don't know.
Wow. Anyway.
Anyways,
That
where
last
do
part
we
was a joke.
where do we go from here?
Gaming.
Hey, I saw a trailer for a movie coming out. Morbius.
Morbius.
You guys heard about this?
Wait, is that
Morbius
a
update.
Marvel character?
Yeah, it's the vampire from
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
They're gonna do that?
Guess who's playing Morbius?
Yeah.
Jared Leto.
Wait,
Yep.
wait.
Yeah.
Jared fucking Leto.
He's bridging DC to come to Marvel?
Joker has now become Morbius. I guess he's,
That's a
handed
heavy
the reins
makeup.
Hey.
to Joaquin.
Tom Hardy did the same thing. He was Bane.
Sure? Yeah.
And then he was in a Sony-produced Marvel character movie,
Venom.
And
And-
same with Jared.
When they advertised the movie for Morbius, it's by the studio that brought you Spider-Man Far From Home and Spider-Man the other one and Venom. And I thought, did anybody like Venom? Why are we claiming that?
Yeah,
the studio that made
Venom was
Venom.
this thing where everyone kind of said it was bad, but then said you should see it, and it was like, no.
It was forgettable, but it wasn't bad.
You know what I am just thinking about, and I fucking love? I love that Jared Leto went so fucking far into the
Yeah.
Joker and got so deep into it, and whatever, who fucking cares? No one gives a shit. But now Joaquin Phoenix is nominated for Best Actor, which if he wins, whatever. I mean, I don't care. But like, I just know that that fucking kills. Jared Leto wanted that so bad. Like, dude, Heath Ledger got it. I'm gonna get for supporting actor because I'm gonna be so fucking into this role. And he didn't get it, and no one gives a fuck about you, Jared.
He's cut down to like
No-
12 minutes of screen time.
No
in that
one gives
movie.
a fuck.
I thought it
and
was
you
7, but
Yeah,
and
it
you
might be.
sucked, and you fucking sucked, bro.
Well, now he's going to be the superhero vampire.
That's such a heavy makeup kind of an appliance character, I think. Yeah, you're probably right.
Computer that shit.
I wouldn't think he would want to do something like that, but all right. I mean, it's a movie about him. He's a star, right?
Yeah, he totally is. I'm just fascinated that they keep using this guy for like superhero stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, his Joker performance tanked so hard. Like, well, we'll try again. We'll give him another crack.
He redeemed himself for me in that Blade Runner 2049. I thought he was real good in that.
Yeah.
But I can't
But-
think of
okay,
anything
but-
since.
But when somebody, you know what? Somebody ruined that for me, though, because it was, I remember when that movie was
Oh,
over.
really?
And they were like, yeah, that was supposed to be David Bowie at one point. I was like,
well,
now I just watch it and I go, oh, this would have been better if David Bowie.
definitely.
but he's fine. He's fine in it.
Yeah.
So we have that. I hope he does the same approach as he did with the Joker.
Goes deep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like fucks with the. I guess we would have heard about it. I saw the trailer for the movie, so
No,
Suck
no,
someone's
probably
blood.
already in the can.
Yeah, do you think he's going to suck
something.
the cast's blood?
Yeah.
I just all the
Probably.
weird shit
Tried
he
to
would
bite someone?
do to be the Joker for that
Gotta
fucking
get in
movie.
character.
What a moron!
You gotta
What do you
nail it.
guys
You
think?
should be ashamed of yourself.
I don't want to give my take on it, but I'm legitimately interested to hear what you guys think about Joker being nominated for 11 Oscars.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even. What's the list of Oscars? Do they even have 11 Oscars? Like,
Best
Yeah.
dancing.
I don't think this is really that surprising because I feel like every year there's something like this where,
Really?
oh, Black Panther got 11 nominations. Oh, this other movie got 11 nominations. It gets a lot of technical stuff, but I feel like every year there's some like shocker, like, oh, it's 11 nominations, but it's like it doesn't win that. It just I feel like every year there's something that is broad enough that it gets in every slot. You know what I mean?
I think if you pay to advertise and you pay to get in the nominations and you might not win, but you get nominated.
All the movies that were nominated were very like highly marketed.
There's
movies.
in this
Oh,
industry.
it's all a fucking.
Yeah.
I have the list if you guys want it.
Of the nominations for Joker?
For Joker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
please.
What are they? What are they?
The nominations for Joker are in the categories for Best Actor, Joaquin Phoenix, Best Picture, Best Original Music Score, which I honestly would agree with. The score in that movie was really good. Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Cinematography, Best Sound Mixing, Best Costume Design, Best Sound Editing, Best Film Editing, and Best Makeup and Hairstyling.
Now, Sean
Clown
Sean said this the other day, and I think I agree with what Sean said. And Sean talked shit on Joker after he saw. I talked to him on the phone after I saw it, and he was just like, "Fucking, I was miserable. Fuck that movie. Fuck that." Da, 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 da. But when all those nominations got announced, he's like, in all honesty, fine with all those. Like if it it was directed good. It did have good cinematography.
Joaquin Phoenix was great.
Is fucking great. Really, the only one is Best Picture.
Yeah.
Don't win Best Picture.
Yeah.
Please
Or,
don't win Best
honestly,
Picture.
Don't even nominate.
Yeah,
either.
doesn't need Best Screenplay. I would, nah on that.
It just.
But I don't. If it wins the other ones, I don't care.
It was a well-made movie.
Yeah.
I just didn't fucking like it. It
Yeah.
just brought me down, and I didn't fucking like it.
I didn't think the story was as good. Yeah.
Half
it
those
doesn't-
nominations, in my opinion, none of that stuff really stood out about the movie. I mean, I wasn't watching Joker be like, holy fuck, the costumes. In
No.
Yeah.
No, but at the
Oh,
no, I
Jesus.
agree with you. But at the same time, I wouldn't like. It wouldn't be like blasphemy
He
if
has
it
like
won that.
He's like
to
a
me. I
purple
don't
suit on. Best hair and makeup, like clown makeup.
know. Hey,
Okay.
he looked like a clown.
He did look like a clown.
They accomplished that.
He did look like a cool clown.
But I'm just saying, all those separate ingredients were not.
Cinematography,
Terrible. Yeah.
again, it's not like it was an ugly movie or a bad movie, but was there a moment where like, I can't believe they're fucking, this shot is like fucking crazy.
Well, 1917 already won that one. So
Was it score and sound mixing as well? Because like all I remember was Gary Glitter from him walking
Oh
down
my
the
God,
stairs.
that
And
was
it like,
stupid.
to me, it was like, yeah, bad choice.
That took me out of it. That was fucking lame.
I looked it up because big comparison is drawn between Joker and Taxi Driver.
definitely,
Right.
yeah.
How many Oscar nominations do you think Taxi Driver got?
Oh,
Ooh.
Because I know.
I bet that's so far ahead of its time. That movie
Didn't that,
when
like
it came
not
out.
get nominated? Were people like upset by it or something? I feel like none.
Four.
Oh, four.
Okay.
Got 4.
Best actor.
Yeah, and a couple others. But if we're going by Oscars, that means Joker's at least almost 3 times as good.
Better movie.
But that's just again, that's just like who cares
Yeah.
about nominations?
Yeah, whatever.
There's
I've come
payola.
Who
to-
even cares about who wins?
I've come to kind of not give a shit about any award.
Yeah.
Grammys, Oscars.
I enjoy when Oscar time comes around because when they announce the nominations, I have like a list that like it kind of motivates me to check those out, whether or not they deserve their spot or they bought their spot. Fine, you know what I mean? Because Uncut Gems didn't get jack shit, but you guys are talking about it, so I'm going to see it. But it I enjoy the kind of like talk about it, whatever. Does it really matter who wins? I haven't agreed with a Best Picture in I don't know how long. But I like when the nominees get announced because it's just like shit. People are talking about that stuff. So I enjoyed that aspect. I could give a fuck who wins, kind of,
Yeah.
Yeah, and my personal experience with like festivals and film awards.
Yeah,
and stuff,
exactly,
It's
yeah.
really like it's a popularity contest. It really is. Like the people who pick these awards, they just go with their friends or the stuff they're most familiar with.
yeah.
I always like kind of revered the Oscars growing up. Like that's the body that decides what the greatest films of our all time are. And now I'm like, no, they don't. I'll decide for myself what I think my favorite films are, but
You know, I just heard Alec Baldwin describing the process in an interview he did on Howard Stern last week.
yeah,
And it made me sick
really.
because he kept talking.
Yeah.
He kept talking about how like there's these old cronies that are still hanging on to life in the Academy.
Fucking makes
that
sense.
They directed something once in 1912,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
get the screeners and they don't even watch them. And he was
Whoa.
begging these board members like, at least skim through them. And I'm like,
he said, take it serious. He's like, please take it seriously.
Because
he did.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, I watch each one.
Yes.
And like Alec Baldwin had this whole process for like, I watch each one, then I write it down and I did it. Yeah, it was like, oh,
and
damn,
I don't
Alec,
like Alec Baldwin.
No, not really.
I find him boorish in a way that I don't find most.
You little pig.
Yeah. But it made me sick what he said, even though he doesn't have the time to watch them all. I'll skim through them. It's like, if you're just skimming through the nominations,
and don't vote.
You shouldn't be voting.
Yeah,
you have to devote the full fucking 2 hours of the film. Don't skim through. Well, I skimmed through Uncut. So it's like, on both levels, he's saying these old dudes aren't even watching it. They're just asking their friends in the industry, what's good?
Exactly.
But he's saying, I'm on the board, but I don't have the full 2 hours for each film, so I skim through. And it's like, that's not good either.
Yeah, and I've been reading a lot of articles that were like, Adam Sandler has clowned on the Oscars so much, so they didn't nominate him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And it's like,
They'll hold a grudge, dude.
stuff like that.
It's just people.
You gotta pay to play.
I mean, after all, they're people.
But they
in
should have
these
thrown him a
seats.
nomination.
Yeah,
good.
that kind of blows me away. I haven't seen it yet, but I just felt like I was hearing about that all year. But again, I like the Oscar season just because even though that's not nominated, we're all talking about it. Like, why didn't it get nominated? And it gives me a list of movies to see. You're talking about Uncut Gems. Even though it wasn't nominated, we're talking about it. And that's what the season brings. So that's the part of it I like. But
we went up for a local film award here. Best web series. We lost. Multiple years in a row. We've gone for many years. Been nominated, never won. And it always broke my heart because I thought nobody choosing the winner of this award has any idea who we are. And we're a big deal. We are
come to our tour.
We're the only ones nominated in San Diego who actually have like a legitimate web presence. And it was all these, like you said, Garrett, really old dudes like, well, I used to direct a public access television show in San Diego in 1972. It was about boats. And I really appreciate this web series, whatever that is. I've never seen a web. But it reminded me of just the boats I used to film. And I always had this impression of like, whoever's picking these awards just doesn't understand us. Mm-hmm. And probably doesn't understand the internet either. Because we always lost like really boring stuff. And that just kind of ruined awards across the board for me. I had long conversations with people who be like, it's all fucking popularity contests. I'm like, yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah. It's nice to win an award, though. I'm not going to say it's not nice to win.
Oh, yeah. When we win an Oscar one day,
we're going to be so down with the Oscars.
I am down with the Oscars.
Hey, ProZD had the perfect tweet about it. He tweeted the other day. He said, the Oscars are bullshit, and don't forget, it's always going to be bullshit until I win one. That one's legit.
Yeah, that basically sums it up.
I have never agreed with a tweet more. The Oscars suck until, but I'm going to get one.
One of these days.
That one's good.
Best voice actor goes to ProZD.
There you go.
For his role on
isn't it time for some web videos to get in the Oscars?
Well, I want anime.
Films.
I want anime in the Oscars. Sure. Why no Miyazaki-san?
He's been nominated.
Has he?
Yeah. Best animated film.
All right.
That's been in there.
Throw my man a bone. I'm gonna check out that. You've been to the Miyazaki Museum?
Studio Ghibli
tour and all that? I'm gonna do that this summer, dude.
It's cool. It's really cool.
It's long, right? But they feed you?
They don't feed you.
I heard there's lunch involved.
I mean, there's a cafe.
Oh,
you can buy lunch.
Yeah, you can buy it.
I'm gonna get a Totoro.
But you gotta like get tickets ahead of time at like a separate location,
like a bus station or something,
or like a Lawson store, and like they only sell like a few a day. It's weird.
Really?
There's a limited amount every day, and they sell out. It's like it was like weirdly complicated to do it. Okay. So I let someone else take care of that.
See, I need a fixer. I need a fixer that lives in Osaka or Tokyo or something.
You'll figure it out, though. I mean, if you do it enough ahead of time, there's a way. That when I did that was like 10 years ago. I think there's ways to do it online.
There's some internet soldier out there living in Japan who will take care of all this for you.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing a lot of research for my upcoming trip because the Ava movie got announced for June 27th.
Yeah.
So I'm holding to my plan to go visit the land.
What if it gets delayed?
I haven't bought the tickets yet, but
it probably won't.
But hey, I'm worried because
they're very efficient over there.
I want to put the 27th in the middle of my trip because, like, what if it's sold out for the first couple days?
Oh, it might be. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how the theaters are over there. I heard if you go to big enough cities, you'd be okay, but Get them in advance. I want to get the tickets in advance. I want to set up the Ghibli thing in advance.
Yeah.
Like,
if you do it enough in advance, and somebody said there's third-party sites that will do it for you.
Reddit's been good with the info on how.
Is it gonna be subtitled?
Yeah. No. It won't.
You're just gonna watch it in
Gonna
Japanese.
I watch
saw
it twice.
the second one in theaters, no subtitles, and it's Evangelion, and it's got its own kind of language. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was watching stuff and going like, yeah. There were a few things that I was like, man.
Yeah, but if you were completely wrong, you'd have no idea.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna absorb. I'm gonna absorb it, and then sleep on it, and then go see it again the next day. Maybe by then there'll be some fan subs come out.
Well, there's definitely when they come out, people online like summing it up,
right?
And then
so
you
I
can
can
go,
check
okay,
that out.
and then you see it again. You're like, I know what they're talking.
I mean, I'm sure you'll enjoy it as a hardcore fan.
100%.
You'll be putting it together.
Yeah, I was like in ecstasy watching Evangelion 2.0.
Yeah.
No subs, and I was just overjoyed. It was
so, program in your hands.
So big and fucking loud, and it was new Evangelion. Yeah. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm in. I did, I did look over a plot synopsis at some point after or before, I don't remember.
Yeah, and then it kind of
and that was like
shit
cool.
clicks.
Yeah. I enjoyed the shit out of it. It's a different experience. It's not gonna be, you're not gonna follow every word, but it's cool.
After doing this tour, I have like a fire lit under me for traveling.
Yeah.
Like I had never seen the East Coast outside of us going to Boston.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like Philly, Jersey, New York, DC, like, hey, everywhere was new city for me. But those big cities that I had always heard about, it was like, oh man, I gotta get on it.
Yeah.
We didn't even really have a chance to see him other than New York. It was like, go to the hotel, go to the venue, set up the venue, do the show, go to the hotel, fall asleep, wake up, drive to the next venue.
Yeah, we got a little taste of stuff, but New York was a big taste.
There were several nights where we had to skip dinner because there just wasn't enough time.
Yeah.
Like we wouldn't get dinner the night of the show.
I will say in Philly, I woke up early and went to all the like Independence Hall, stuff like that. Because we were the tour was over and it was like, can't wait to sleep in. That's what we were all saying. And it was like, we're staying right by Independence Hall.
We were across the street.
Yeah.
From Independence Hall and the Liberty Bell. And it's like, I'm fucking here.
It's like, I would love to sleep in, but
I'll
the
sleep
fucking
in,
birth
I'll
of the
sleep
country
in
is
later,
right there.
but like, there's a free museum. I could walk in and see where they actually signed the fucking thing. So I'm going to check it out.
That was awesome.
And
did you guys go there with like your 8th grade trip? Or
No.
like
No.
that? You never saw that stuff?
That's the first time I've ever been in Philly.
I saw that stuff in when I went with my class in 8th grade.
Oh, that's cool.
I slept in. I was like,
Yeah,
you
you
guys go. I've seen it. Big old bell, crack down the
We
middle.
got to see a man
Gotcha.
try to take a knife in to see the Liberty Bell.
Oh yeah.
So that was cool.
Okay, so we lined up for the Liberty Bell. It's in its own building with its own security, and there was a family from China in security. There are 2 security lines, and this family has split up. Half of them are in front of me, half of me are in front of the other line. Me and Sean are in one line, Kevin's in the other line behind them. And the dad, the security guy goes, okay, you're not bringing any food in here, okay? No. Or weapons? No. Okay. He had a big suitcase to go through the x-ray. He opens up the suitcase, and the security guy's like, okay, there's like food, right? This is all fruit.
Yeah.
It's all fruit. You said no to everything I asked you, and there's fruit. And there's a knife. It was like a kitchen
And
knife.
the guy isn't.
And so the guy went, okay, and took it out, and he's carrying this
fucking,
full-size
like,
knife.
This big knife.
It's
And then
huge.
the guy's like, you cannot take this knife into see the Liberty Bell. You can't take this knife at all. And then the guy was just so fucking annoyed that he didn't put it back in his bag. He just gets up with a knife and starts like stomping around angry.
Like, ugh.
And then seriously, whoa. And then Kevin, I've never seen Kevin move faster.
Yeah.
Kevin like it's fucking flash.
Darted into my line instead. Yeah, like, I'm out of that
like
one.
mad, like Sky holding this knife, like, and it's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, sir, you cannot hold that knife. And so he's like, kind of like, fine. And starts stomping out of the building. But he left all his luggage open and like a stroller just in front of the line, laid out over the security like conveyor belt and everything. And the guy's like, sir, you can't just leave all your shit here. You have to come get it and leave and take care of the. So then the guy comes back. All right, fine. And then he's stomping back in the building with the knife. And they're like, no, but you can't come in with the knife. Just here, put it in the thing and leave. And so, I mean, it took like 20 minutes for the guy to figure out he can't walk around with this knife and take it. So he takes all his stuff and he puts the knife in the suitcase, seals it up, and leaves with all of his stuff. And that security guard was popping off like he saved the day. Yeah. Just like he kept going, guy tried to bring a knife in. It's not going to happen. It's not on my watch. I mean, we were all cracking up. It was just like, what happened?
It was fucking
anyway.
nuts. And
so then after all that, we walked in. Oh, there's the bell. All right, and then we walked in.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite was the lady. You can't touch the bell? Why are we here? And then she left.
Like was she objectum sexual or
what?
Like
she had to touch the bell. She couldn't.
You can't touch the bell?
It's her boyfriend.
She wanted to ring it.
I want to ring it.
Ring-a-ling if you want some ding-a-ling, I guess. Jeez.
Your experience.
Can I say that on YouTube? I can say it on Pornhub and then I have to act on it. Fuck.
Your Philly morning is so much different than ours. We were saying Derek, Johnny, and I were in a different room.
Yeah.
And ours was snoring until 11 a.m. I mean, we definitely like put the shades up.
I discovered halfway through the
slept
tour, like, I'm staying up late. I'm waking up early. We're getting breakfast. I'm eating all fucking day. I could skip breakfast, sleep.
That was the first night where
Not
we
eat so much food. Yeah, after when we were like 3 days left, I was like, I'm just gonna sleep in.
I was just so excited about I love U.S. history stuff. And all of that being next to us in Philly. I hadn't gone before.
Me neither.
I was like, I have to wake
I
up
would have
early
regretted it. And that's the thing is like, me, Kevin, and Rocco woke up early. We woke up at like 8.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Fuck that.
You know, that last night, we had 2 shows, and then to pack all our shit up, like we got Philly cheesesteaks. We got back to the room like 2:30.
Yeah.
We were fucking exhausted, but it's like, but I'm
that
here.
was our average in our room. The average bedtime was what, like 2:33?
Yeah, we were watching live PD
all
night.
A lot of cops and live PD. Yeah.
I bought a sleep mask just for this because I was like,
I saw you.
I don't want to be the guy like turn the lights off, but I like it dark, so I'm gonna put that on, and then I put my AirPods in.
He had it ready.
He had like the thing over his eyes, AirPods in his ears, a thing around, a donut is around his neck.
Yeah.
Fucking body pillow around his.
Oh,
I mean, he looked like a sick man. He looked like a sick man.
Okay.
Jeez.
We were in our room. Garrett, Johnny, and I, we were having a great time.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
Having a party. How was it in the other room?
Well, we had a sick man bringing down the room here, but no, we had fun.
It was fun.
Did
but
Kevin hook up a Raspberry Pi?
For the most part,
Here we
does not like the TV on.
No.
Rocker doesn't?
Fuck off
He
with
gets
TV. I hate TV. Over the air fucking TV is like a poison to me.
Wait
a
second.
Hotels
Pause.
are the only time.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
You're the guy who plays video games full blast in the most random places. Public
Including
bus,
the hotel room.
Like 15 years ago.
airport.
Come on.
Even our
2020.
tour bus, we were like,
2020,
okay, we're
get
done with
real.
the movie. And you're like, did anybody care if I put on Dragon Quest?
Well, yeah. Did anyone care? I
blast
asked if anyone
Dragon
cared.
Quest.
I asked if anyone cared.
You don't like
go for it.
You don't like the TV being on in a hotel room?
Because it's not the actual noise. It's not the noise. I think you're focused on that.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know what that is.
Yeah, all right, okay.
No, it's just I hate over the air TV. I just the fucking commercials and the way cable TV is made is a waste of my attention.
He gets
Don't pay
mad.
attention to it.
But
He does
yeah,
get mad.
Can you just not pay
Rock-
attention?
Well, you
to
can
it?
turn it on. I'm not stopping anybody. I don't care to turn it on.
Did he gets mad? Like, what does he do?
he's like, fuck this shit, and he gets
annoyed. It's so like such a toxic poison.
But you know,
I know
but
what you're talking about.
Yeah, but if I am laying there and I'm like, you know what, I'll go sleep in half an hour. Let's see what bullshit's on TV.
We had the TV on till 3 in the morning every night.
I feel like I don't want to turn it on because Rocco's not going to.
I never said anything.
You did say the one time I did turn it on, albeit we were watching the worst fucking Moonshiners. I don't know what the fuck that was. It was terrible. It was not good.
It's unairable trash, but
right.
they air it.
But you got mad, and I was like, let's turn it off. I don't. Really
I
care.
actually love seeing local TV commercials because I feel like you get to see the shit.
I like that too.
You know, like.
Sure.
I think you can learn a lot about a place by watching low budget
when you're in
television
Texas,
commercials.
all Christian.
I agree.
Like,
I like
shit.
that. I like that. My issue is like TLC shit. Here's a show where we pop zits Oh my fucking
that
god!
sounds
Like,
great.
what are we
Yeah,
fucking
that
doing?
is a show.
That sounds
But
awesome.
hey,
That's what I don't.
Real
I don't
talk.
care to
I
see.
usually just try to
I don't have
find
it in my home.
survival shows. I love
We like
that shit,
that.
and that's fake. For the most part. But Naked and Afraid, Survivor Man, I'm in. I
Dude,
want to
Live-
watch this shit. I
Live
love it.
PD. I was introduced to Live PD.
I've never seen that
on
before.
this tour. It was fantastic.
We're trying to watch cop shows as much as we
Yeah.
could.
There's something about I only see over-the-air live broadcasts when I'm in a hotel room
Yeah,
at a
same,
con.
same here.
Yeah.
That's
Or
the
at my
only time I
parents'
ever get to
house.
see it. And what you were talking about with commercials, sometimes I'm flabbergasted at the level marketing has gotten because I think this is a SNL sketch. Wait, no, that was really an antacid commercial. Holy, what happened to the world? We're turning into idiocracy.
Yeah.
But if you don't watch it every day, you're not slowly indoctrinated into it being normal.
My parents watch that stuff all the time,
So
and they
it's
go,
normal to
"What's the
them."
big deal?" And they watch Dr. Pimple Popper, and they watch all this shit, Moonshine Boys.
But
They
yeah,
make moonshine,
if you
and so
see it
I never
once
see
every
it. And so
6
when I
months-
come over there, I see them staring at it, and I'm like, "Are you okay? Is everything? Why are you watching this? This is a fat guy popping a cyst on his knee. What?
Is this an actual show?
you like
Yes,
this?
it is. It is.
Yeah."
It came from a YouTube.
I'm like, do
channel.
you
It is.
like this? And they're like, what? And it's like, what do I even say?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. When that gets turned on in a hotel room, I'm like, what the
But-
fuck?
but
but watching the TV and we got like To Catch a Predator on, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the thing is, like, for me, I don't watch those shows ever, except for in the room,
Yeah.
as we said.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, we're trapped in here. We're in Richmond, Virginia. This hotel is a little scary.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn this on and see what we get. Oh, it sucks, but then like I feel like Rocco's mad. So what I do is I put my mask on, I put my AirPods in, but if you fall asleep with AirPods, you're gonna lose them. So Garrett gave me this awesome invention. It's called a piece of rubber, and then you can connect the AirPods so you don't lose them.
It's a lanyard.
It's
that
a
ties
lanyard
them
for your
together.
AirPods. And then I put on old Radio Mystery Theaters from the 70s, and I fall asleep.
You
And
were
it's a nice little world I live
The
in.
only time I
Mr.
got
Magoo's
mad that I
world.
can think of where I was actually maybe you felt that energy
Mm.
is when you were doing that and you turned the TV on and then you put those in and you said you can put it on whatever channel you want, and I was like, I don't fucking want this on. And I turned
That's
it
what
off.
he said. And he had that
Because
tone.
it was like you want you can watch whatever you want. I don't fucking want to watch any of this shit, and I turned it off.
Yeah,
But
so
I wasn't
he,
mad
he
you had it
treated me
on.
like I was an idiot for trying to be courteous.
No,
and I
I was
gave
just
him the
like-
remote saying, hey, Dr. Pimple Popper's on, so
I find trash TV like really comforting. I don't know why. I
Yeah,
just
total opposite for me.
I
It
can
upsets
watch,
me.
dude. Awful, shitty reality TV. I get sucked into it. Like the boring minutia and drama of these losers' lives on television. Like I just can't get enough of it. I don't know why. I love live PD, but I also love like teen marriage or whatever. Like,
I can't do
oh,
that.
we're both 17. We're gonna get married. We know our parents say we're dumb, but they don't understand love. I'm like, this is gonna be fucking great. Let's watch this.
The reason why I get that way and my philosophy and why I feel the opposite, and this, I'm not saying that I'm right at all, but this is why I arrive at that.
Yeah.
Is I really have this in my head. I know that my attention and my time is valuable. I only have so much time on this earth. And so when I'm watching stuff and it's not, this is what I think when these things happen. If I'm giving my attention to anything that's not an effort, then I'm like wasting this thing that I have, that I've been given. You know what I mean? Like, so when I have the TV on, it's gotta be, for me, it's gotta be like a work of like a draw, something that like people worked hard on. Like I wrote this and I did that, I listen to podcasts and I listen to, whatever, that's different.
Sure.
But I'm talking just TV is I honestly, like, I would rather, even if it's bad, like sometimes I will put on bad movies or bad TV shows, but it's got to be like something that people worked on. You know what I mean? I feel like reality, it's just kind of like we scraped this together so we could fill a time slot. I would even rather watch a bad sitcom, because then it's at least like people wrote these jokes. Man, they fucking failed. But do you
Fuller
know
House
what I mean?
example.
I think it's got to be like fiction for me almost.
I think that there is an art to trash reality TV of like the people making this show, they know what they're doing. They're putting a train wreck on display for the rest of us to see, like, oh my God, I can't believe there are people this fucking dumb in life. And they get upset about the most trivial bullshit. I actually think there's an art to making trash TV where I just get like this sick. This is the stuff we're hanging out and we just need to pass the time and we put it on and we can like laugh at how awful these human beings are. Yeah. Because there is reality TV that is just like too boring. It's like, oh my God. They're talking about shoes and they've been shopping for shoes for 30 minutes. I can't do that,
If you watch something like Vanderpump Rules or Real Housewives of wherever with a second party and you're riffing on it and making fun of how dumb the people are.
Yeah.
There is something cathartic in that.
Well, I get stressed with those shows.
But for some reason, I can do that with bad movies, scripted movies, or bad shows, scripted shows. But when it's reality, all I see is just fake shit and dumb editing, and there isn't a story. You know what I mean? It's like it's like too down there, and I can't do it. I don't know. It's just
you
like
prefer the sitcom.
It's like commercials to me. I don't want to just watch. I don't know.
Half the time it is a commercial.
Anyways,
that's how it was in your guys' room.
People are giving me shit for getting the cord with the AirPods because they're saying it's a wireless headphones, and I'm adding a cord to it. But
I felt the same way when I saw it, to be honest. I was like, what? Why is there a wire on
I cannot. I don't want to lose them, which I would if I fell asleep.
That's why I bought
Smart. And I cannot charge my phone and plug in headphones with a cord. So this is my option.
Double smart.
What do you want from me?
He's been backed into a corner.
Fucking genius.
Well,
here.
you're sleeping. You would lose them when you roll over. So
and I would lose them. I do. And I reach around, find the rubber, pick it up, and then put the other ear in
and wired earbuds. They perfected it.
Yeah, when you're walking around,
AirPods
you don't
are
use
excessive.
the leash.
It's a novelty.
No, only when I think sleep is a possibility. On the airplane, put them on, because if they fell off in the airplane, I'm going to have to go. What am I
happened
behind? Well, it did
that
happen.
happened to the guy next to me, and he just kept going. It's okay. I think I've got another pair at home. And I was like, how baller?
What?
How baller are you? You don't even want to look for your AirPods.
Bill Gates.
Yeah.
By the way, I am the only one who has given an account of what happened on the flight to Atlanta.
Oh.
And people are actually saying they think I made it up. Because nobody else has spoken about it.
You should tell that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
they
Derek,
think I made it up.
I wish you made it up. The only reason why I knew something like this was even possible is because Jared Thorbon tweeted out or put on Instagram some TikTok he found of this lady on a plane. And all of a sudden, like, it drops out of the sky, essentially, and drinks go everywhere, and then people start praying. And I thought, I don't know what the fuck happened to this plane or where this was, but that shit cannot happen. That's fucking terrifying.
For the people who don't know, I will give a brief description because you guys should tell your experience.
Sure.
Okay.
We were flying to Atlanta. We're going just through the air, and then there's a little rumble.
Yeah, seatbelts aren't on yet.
Yeah.
There's no signs on.
2 seconds later, the 15-year-old kid sitting next to me without his seatbelt on, who's been poking me and doing stupid shit the whole flight, pissing me off, flies out of his chair, hits his forehead on the ceiling.
Fully airborne.
The plane went. The dad of the kid flies out of his chair into the aisle, into the row across the aisle, lands backbreaker style on the armrest.
This is real.
Drinks fly everywhere, and the whole plane. There's a girl behind me who goes, "Mom, are we gonna crash?" And for the rest of the flight, everybody's praying. The kid's like, my dang head. He's from Georgia. My dang head hurts. Dad, we got to sue American Airlines. Dad's like, we ain't suing nobody because I don't know if we're even going to survive this.
Yeah.
It was a fucking nightmare flight. I tweeted about how bad that was.
Yeah.
And people were like, this didn't happen.
Oh, my God.
Nobody else has said this happened. I don't believe you.
Only it didn't happen.
I mean, suddenly, a couple bumps, and then everything in the air, drink carts, airborne, fucking flying everywhere. Drinks on laptops on ground.
Dude,
I mean, it was. I've never seen anything like that.
I had my seatbelt on the whole time.
Me too. Oh yeah, always. The flight attendant had to go through afterwards and ask, "Okay, whose hat is this? Whose hat is this?"
God.
Because they fly up people's
I'm sorry.
heads.
Wait, pause. I fucking forgot. Y'all,
The fucking
y'all,
top hat?
everybody out there. getting on our flight, there was this
I saw him.
fucking nerd with a top hat on.
Oh my
And it's not like, oh, he's wearing a tuxedo with a top hat. No, it's like Super Nintendo t-shirt, fucking cargo shorts, Crocs, and a black top hat. After this moment of near death happened, the flight attendant from the front of the airplane holds up a top hat. She's
Crocs.
like, is anybody missing a top hat? And we also found a stuffed squirrel toy.
Yeah.
One hand goes up. It's that guy. They both belong to him. The flight attendant said, oh, here you go. We found these. Thank you. And he puts the squirrel on his head and the top hat over it.
Oh my God.
This dude walks around with a squirrel under his top hat everywhere he goes.
You
And we
know,
wouldn't have known that unless God smacked the plane out of the
He wanted you
sky.
to see
he
it.
wanted you to see.
But it was like God drop kicked us out of the sky.
So the lady next to me,
Forgot about that
she was on
dude.
her laptop, and when that happened, her laptop ended up on my tray table with ice from I don't know where. Not like I got soaking wet.
Yeah.
The people behind me said like, "Hey, we're sorry. We had like full drinks and everything laid out." I got all of a sudden drenched, and then there's a laptop in my fucking lap with ice all over the keyboard. So I panic, being like, worried about the electronics. I'm like, oh, I don't even give the laptop back. I'm like,
Trying
oh
to
my
save her,
God,
yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
scrape all the ice off.
I remember the captain at the start of the flight was like, just letting you know, this flight might get a little bumpy, so we're going to turn the seatbelt sign off, but leave it on just in case. And when they brought drinks through, I kind of wanted like a hot coffee, but I was like, I don't want to spill that if we hit turbulence.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I had a half cup of water. I can only imagine.
Yeah. I was just going to say, in my row, couldn't have been a better row. 3 dudes that when the drinks came, we all just went, nah, that's okay. There were no drinks in our aisle, no nothing. And so when that happened, we all shot each other a look of like, and I slept the whole flight. I sleep, if it's a moving vehicle, I'm asleep. That's it.
Yeah.
And I slept, and then that was like, oh God. And I'm looking around like, I honestly, my thought was like, okay, I'm going to crank up the Avatar Land soundtrack to put me back to sleep. Is everyone okay? Everyone's healthy? Okay, because my best bet here is if that continues, just try to pass out. Like, as futile as that might be. And I'm looking around, and the guy next to me, he looks at me, bet that woke you up. We were all cracking up, but we were all happy we didn't.
Yeah.
get drinks.
After that moment, I was tense, but I opened up the window because to me, seeing the ground so far below you is comforting. Because I think like, okay, well, we got a lot of airspace to maneuver
out.
with. It's not like we're in imminent crash mode
Yeah.
here. So I just like was staring out the window, trying to be calm, waiting. Like, is there gonna be another one of those? After about 10 minutes, I was like, all right, you know what?
Yeah.
I think we're okay.
That was the thing. It was like, will that happen again?
Yeah.
And that, because like I was wet, and nothing is more sobering. Thank you. Nothing is more sobering than your world is fine. All of a sudden, like you think you may die, and you're soaking wet, like a cold water in your face. Like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking die here.
Yeah.
I was grabbing onto the seat, like.
Yeah.
And
How
then
was your row?
I was. Oh,
my
Were they
row.
talking to you?
It was a guy who kept saying, fuck this, fuck this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a lady next to me who was praying.
Yeah. Everyone in
yeah,
my
my-
row got vocal.
My,
no one
my
talked.
row was cool as a cucumber. They were all like guys just trying to like, hey, fuck it, man. I'm going.
I looked to the people
we were all
next to
chill.
me, the son and the dad. They were like returning from a hunting trip. They were in full camo.
Yeah,
They'd like
yeah.
been hunting that morning in like Mexico or something. We're going back to Georgia, and I had no words. I just looked at them like,
Yeah.
and then I went back to looking out the window, and after a few minutes, this kid with a welt on his head looked at me, and he was like, "That scare you?" And I just turned back from the window like, "Oh yeah, that was scary."
I had the thought
That
though,
was our bonding moment.
probably 10 minutes before that. I was like, I gotta pee, but I don't want to make this guy leave. I'm not gonna go. And then I kept thinking, I'm so glad I wasn't like in the fucking bathroom.
Oh my God, you would have had
Yeah.
shit in your face.
It would have been like Jackass with the exploding porta potty.
After it happened, do you remember people were running from the back of the plane back to their seats?
Yes.
Those
buckled up. They were in the bathroom.
They were in the bathroom. One mother was like running back to her kid. Who
Actually,
was
maybe
out.
it would have been good to be in the bathroom because then I could have just shit. With
See, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
that dad actually, after that happened, he's like, leans over to his son. He's like, I guarantee you somebody shit their pants just now.
I swear I heard that.
Somebody here on this plane is shit themselves.
I
I
had to
promise you that.
I had to be like a voice of reason because, my row wasn't talking at all throughout the whole flight. That happened. The lady next to me, after I gave her laptop back, she's like, oh my God, I mean, praise Jesus, we're still here. But do you think everything's okay? Do you think that messed anything up? And I'm like, no, I think we're fine. I think we're good. And then the guy on the other side of me, because I was in the middle, was like asking a bunch of questions like I had the answers to.
Hell yeah, you're looking for anything.
Hey, does that ever happen? You ever heard of that happening? Yeah. And I just kept going. These people want to be reassured.
Yeah.
So I was going like,
yeah.
I've been in stuff that's worse. I was thinking of Salt Lake. I was like,
Yeah, that was
Me
worse.
too.
But then,
I still think that was worse.
everyone, it only happened once. Everyone kind of calmed down. But our landing was a
Sucked.
little
The
fucked
landing
up too.
fucking sucked.
Yeah,
It was
landing
windy
So
as hell.
I thought like automatic whatever. What do you call that?
Guidance.
Autopilot.
The guidance, whatever. Is that fucked? Because it seemed like it was like a guide with a joystick.
I think it was
So-
just windy as
So we should
hell.
say the pilot did come on the speaker after that incident, and he said what happened was we were the first plane into that airspace at that time. There wasn't there. Usually there's other planes, and they'll signal each other, "Hey, bad wind going through here. We just got hit by this," and da 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 da.
Sure.
We were like going solo into our area, and no, there was no warning for this rogue wind.
But
or
he
whatever.
did come on. It was. Sorry about that.
Hey, just to I laughed when I have a sick sense of humor, so everybody thought we were going to crash, and then it's silence for 5 minutes. Everybody's like white knuckle, like, and then, boom. Sorry about that. Didn't know that was going to happen. And I laughed, and I think that's why the kid's like, are you scared or not? For those of you who don't know what happened in Salt Lake, 10 years ago, we had a flight taking us. We had a connecting flight in Salt Lake City. About 30 minutes before we land, we fly into a cloud that we never leave. It is the thickest fog. I'm in the window seat. I'm looking out. The airplane wing, I can't see the end of it. It just disappears into the fog. And it's so windy. We're getting blown back and forth. I remember the plane would get blown to one side and then nose up and then fall down and then even out. And then it get blown the other way and nose up and fall down and even out. It was 30 minutes of and then at one point from the front of the plane we hear
Yeah.
And then someone goes, "Is there a doctor on this plane?" And I'm thinking like, "What the fuck?"
And the
and then the guy gets up and starts getting thrown around the cabin. And the steward's like, "Get back to your seat. Please get back to your seat. We will deal with this problem later. Get back to your seat." It's like, what?
It was 30 minutes of a nightmare, and I thought we were going to crash. And the worst part, like I said, I get comforted seeing the ground. I had no idea. The cloud was so thick, I couldn't see the ground. We were just stuck. There's cloud like 5 feet outside of my window, and I just thought like, are we like close to crashing right now? I don't know.
Yeah.
When we finally came out of that cloud, I could see like, oh, we're still very high up in the air. Thank God. I felt like this Atlanta flight was that whole experience crammed into one moment.
Yeah,
One
just
moment,
1 second little,
Just scared the shit out of
I want to add
everybody.
to it too. There's a difference in philosophy, and there's something that I feel about flights that really, if you're in the opposite side of this philosophy, you're not happy about it. But I don't want to look out the fucking window. If I have a window seat, that shit's closed. I don't need, I mean, not that I won't look out. I mean, if it's cool, I'll look out there. But when shit is like turbulent, as Derek said moments ago, I want to look out there and make sure I'm okay. I subscribe to the other train of thought, which is I don't want to fucking look out there, get me there. It's like watching my own surgery. It's not going to do me any good. That shit's closed. Get me there. I'm in the metal tube, land it wherever, I don't want to see it. And so, that was. I think my whole row wanted to look, and I was like, and I was like, yeah, cool, all right, I'm going back to.
I'm comforted by seeing the ground. Are you guys, or do you not want?
Oh,
to see
I
the
feel
ground?
like I am the only one that feels this way.
The window seat.
Yeah,
That is
because
my my jam.
Kevin was basically calling me an idiot when I said that. I was like, I don't want to look out there. Yeah, glue me to the fucking window. I want to see where I'm going. I was like, oh, Jesus.
I just have to make sure that
I don't want to look out there.
I watched a few years ago a lot of the TV show Dog Fights.
Okay.
You know, and it's History Channel show all about these planes fighting each other in the air. And I just had this thing about like, there's a lot of 3D space up there. Like these dog fights, you know, they're rolling over, they're doing rolls, they're shooting at each other, but they have so much airspace, they've got room to maneuver.
Right.
So when I look out the window and I see we're still high up in the air, I feel better about the turbulence because I go, well, maybe we'll get rocked but we're not like close to hitting anything.
Yeah.
It's just reassuring to see like, okay, we got a lot of 3D space to move around in here.
I like the window seat just because I have a wall
lean against
to
it.
lean against.
Me too.
But
And
I keep the window down.
Just me personally, I never get up on a flight, and
Same
so
here.
whenever I'm aisle, people are always coming and going.
Yeah.
But I just don't. You know, we did the 12-hour flight to New Zealand. And I didn't get up. You know, I'm like, I didn't drink anything that day. I don't need to get up. I'm fine.
I'll get. I honestly just to stretch my fucking legs. Like
Yeah.
it's just nice
Sometimes
to-
I'll do it. I mean, if there's an opportunity, I'll do it. But I don't need to. And sometimes I sleep. I sleep so well on vehicles that sometimes I'm out the whole time.
Years ago, after Salt Lake City, I was talking to my dad about it. I was like, that's the worst flight I've ever been on. He's like, that's nothing. One time I was on a flight. We had turbulence so bad. Guy flew out of his chair, hit his head on the dang ceiling of the plane. And I thought, like, that didn't happen.
Yeah, you're lying.
You thought he was lying?
Now I know that shit happened. The exact same thing happened.
I brought this up once to Joe Franz. Shout out Joe Franz. He helped film the CKY videos. I did it long time ago. Interviewed him on the podcast. Great guy. And I brought up that flight because I think it had just happened, maybe.
Sure.
And he told me, he's like, yeah. It was the same kind of thing. He's like, that does sound bad, but I probably had worse. I was like, really? And he's like, I flew into Brazil and the plane went, that's it. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, it was just like, what the fuck? What is happening?
Dude.
Like
no, I don't want to know that that's a possibility.
That can't happen.
Every time you have a bad flight, it's always like, I didn't fucking know that could happen.
They don't tell you.
I will say, after the Salt Lake City flight, we were the last people on the plane, and the stewardess next to me, I was like, hey, you just as a job. And she looked at me and went, that was the worst flight I've ever been on.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I remember, I have like vivid memories. You go, hey,
Yeah.
you fly a lot. Was that bad? And she just went, that was bad.
Yeah. But somebody asked in the chat, do these kind of things give you a fear of flying? I felt like after that Salt Lake City one, you guys felt that way.
I didn't want to fly for a while after that.
I loved flying before that Salt Lake City flight, and that fucked me up.
Now, I don't mean to keep trying to be the fucking contrarian in the group. I hated that flight. I was like fucking wigged out by that flight. But I have a different philosophy with it where when that happens, I mean, don't get me, drops in altitude are the bane of my existence. I can't go on fucking rides that drop or like I lose my shit. Yeah. I like get sick and want to like and I go into like fucking panic mode.
Guardians of the Galaxy is too much.
No,
man.
I ain't doing that shit.
Too fucking much.
But so no, I hate it. But whenever I have a flight like that, my thinking is, well, the next one will not be that bad, so I feel good. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Because there's so many.
Like it already happened.
There are so many millions of commercial flights every day. The odds are so in my favor. That one was so bad. The next one can't be that. And I still feel like after that, I feel leveled up after that Salt Lake City flight.
Oh,
where
for me,
I've had bad turbulence since, and I'm like, I've had worse.
It opens up my world of like, oh, that's possible. I didn't realize that was
always
fucking
possible, yeah.
I didn't realize.
But it makes me feel good that it's like that's possible.
Yeah, and you survived
probably a normal everyday occurrence in some capacity.
And you survived it.
And the plane is made to withstand it. And
what I really
even
wanna
though that
know-
was such a jarring drop and rise in elevation, the plane probably didn't even need any maintenance.
No,
when
and
it got back.
I wish we could get the number. How far did we drop? Was it 10 feet? Was it 1,000 feet? I have no fucking idea, but we definitely dropped. How much?
Felt like, to me, it felt like 5 feet, but just fucking suddenly. It was like it was like driving off, like you're in a car and you go off a 5-foot drop. And you just hit the ground and keep going. That's what it felt like to
because
me.
everyone had enough time to float up, smack their face against.
It was so instantaneous. Just it wasn't like a you know, like,
that would have sucked.
But
it just
That would've
sounded
sucked.
like a. It was just a slam.
It was like God slapped the plane.
Yeah, it really was. Best way to say it.
so now y'all heard everybody else's story.
He
It
wasn't
happened.
making it up.
It really
It
happened.
happened.
Not making that shit.
Yeah,
up.
I wish he was.
Johnny, did you like the flight?
Johnny was the most nervous, I think.
Did it fuck you up, dude?
I mean, the guy next to me kept like my phone got really wet, and he kept trying to wipe it off for me, and I was like, stop. Because I was just sitting there shaking. I was like shaking, and he kept being like, "Oh, that was crazy. Oh, there's a hat here." I was like, "Stop it!" And then like I was like, I just want like some type of like some affirmation from someone. And I looked at Garrett, who's passed the fuck out, and I got really angry.
Well, it wasn't that bad.
That was me.
Yeah, and then like I saw someone come back from the bathroom, and they looked like they saw the fucking face of God.
I did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did find Garrett at one point, and I did this. Like, he was behind me. I was just like,
Yeah, Sean was just like,
if you can't joke around when you're about to die, then what's the point?
that's the reaction I got from you, and I think I smiled back. 'Cause what are you going to do?
God. All right, I'm going to tell a story. Because we went to New Zealand earlier, late last year.
Yeah.
And the moment we got booked to go to that New Zealand flight, I don't know why, but something in the back of my head just thought like, I don't want to be on that plane that goes down. You know, like I just had that moment of thought of like,
Is this the one?
flying over the ocean. For some reason, something was telling me like, oh, not that flight, you know, whatever. To the point where like before we went to New Zealand, I don't know if I told you guys this, I had a dream that our plane crashed on the way to New Zealand. Now in the dream, we survived the crash.
It's like Lost.
But we like hit the water and the plane was skimming across the water and skimmed all the way to land, and it was crashing through stuff and eventually it like dragged to a stop and we all got off the plane. And I just thought like, fuck, I've been worrying about this for months. I just had this fucking dream.
Oof.
Is this like a premonition? Like I didn't want to say anything because like this is
Thank you.
superstitious.
Thank you.
But like I wasn't happy. I was very nervous about that flight. Flying home from New Zealand, we have a flight at like 4 a.m, and the whole time the pilot's like, we got to get going because there's a storm system and we want to beat it. It's not going to be a problem. It's not going to affect us, but we have to leave right now, blah, blah, blah. About 2 hours into the flight, we're in the middle of the ocean. We start getting some turbulence. And the pilot comes over the intercom and he's like, I hate to say this.
Oh, no. No.
But flight control has approved us. We were trying to avoid this storm system. We're just going to have to fly right through it. And I'm telling you now, it's going to be a bumpy 10 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I just
Thanks.
about shit my fucking pants. This was like 9 months of leading up to this moment. And I'm like, no! That 10 minutes of bumpiness was like 2 hours of fucking nightmares.
I legitimately think that the flight was turbulent the entire way. It was like 10 hours at least of like,
I slept through all
I
that
just remember
shit.
I was sitting next to Sean and we were both like clutching the
tray table.
And it was like, I mean, we were white knuckle. But after a while, it hit a point where I was just like, you know what? If it happens, it happens. Fuck it. And I just let go of that tray table and I calmed down. I was like, bring it on. You know, whatever happens, happens. And we were okay. But there was definitely that moment of like, we're in the middle of the fucking ocean. I've had dreams. I've been worrying about this. This is not what I want to hear right now.
Yeah.
But everything was okay. It was fine.
There was a moment in the Salt Lake City flight that Derek and I make eye contact, and it was a goodbye. Like, we didn't say it, but it was like, hey, man, it's been real. And then directly after that was my favorite thing that I still quote all the time is Garrett is sleeping, and then Derek wakes up and goes, hey, check this out. And it's the
Hey, check this out.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life was that.
Hey, check this out.
No way he's getting away
Hey,
with
check
that.
this out. You're about to die.
Well, I was definitely awake for this last one on the way to Georgia.
Yeah.
I do remember having that feeling after Because that thought goes through my head too. Is like, well, if this is how I die,
I think everybody has that for a split second, at least.
and my mind goes, well, fuck. If I'm gonna go out, I'm not going out listening to some dumbass fucking Joe Rogan podcast. I'm gonna listen to some music I like or something.
Yeah.
And I actively changed what I was listening to on my headphones.
Yeah, I put
I was like, I'm gonna listen. If I'm listening to some song one last time, I don't know. Let me pick a good one.
I put on.
I think I put on a 9 Inch Nails live album.
When things are getting turbulent, I put the music on either to be. I go one or the other. I go real relaxing. I had like the Avatar Land soundtrack, and it was just. So I'll put that on and just try to drift to sleep. But I'd rather with something to drift to sleep.
But you become one with Ewa.
But you go back. But then I just drift to sleep, or I do the opposite and I put on like Slayer, and I just get into it. Like, this is fucked up. Yeah. You know, I try to like
put on Master of Puppets. It's like, oh, this is good enough. This will do for me.
If I'm going out, I'm going out.
I had never owned noise canceling headphones before, but AirPod Pros are noise canceling. And that was a godsend on that turbulent because I think the things that people were saying became more upsetting.
Yeah.
Like after that bumpy thing, people were just talking about
people are crying
and
praying.
and then you'd hear it again and people were going, here we go again. Yeah. And it never happened again. But that was more upsetting than what had happened. So man, I put that on and it was just
dude, people
mute.
Praying is fucked.
Muted everyone, and I'm just hearing the sweet sounds of the fucking Navi.
As a column of fire rips through the fuselage.
If you,
I accept my fate. I go back to the earth.
If you're not in church and all of a sudden everyone starts praying, it's a fucking show. And
you might be
it's
about
fucking
to die.
terrifying. You never want to see that. All of a sudden people start praying out of fucking nowhere. Some shit's going down.
Yeah,
I see people doing that on regular flights, like ones that are fine. I'm like, what are you doing?
They're nervous.
Pussies.
It makes us feel better.
It's fucking. Then don't go. There's a million of these flights every day.
That's the thing. Is like
if it's crazy, I understand. But when it's like just, it's like
I don't like flying. We do it so much now that like it's fine. Like it's all fine.
It's fine,
but I still don't like it.
It's the biggest pain in the ass. Getting up, going through security, trying to make sure you get your carry-ons on board.
I like being on a plane, and I don't mind a long flight. That part, I really don't mind. I finish books, I finish video games. I like that. It's all the rigmarole outside of that. Waking up early and fucking security and all that shit. That I hate. But once I'm through security and I'm at my gate, I don't care because then I could go get fucking Phil's barbecue and like eat it, and then I'm on the plane and I'm reading a book. I'm okay with, but it's everything outside of that. Fuck off.
Having your rights stripped from you at TSA, I was
Here,
fucked.
take my rights.
You were fucked.
I mean, all of my audio equipment and everything, trying to carry it on. Luckily, we shipped some stuff back, but even getting what I had with me through Newark was like, you're going to need 6 bins and wait here. And like, I'm that anal motherfucker who knows they steal shit, so I have to watch all my stuff. Like, I don't let it leave my vision. Impossible at Newark.
Yeah.
Because your shit's just not coming back out the x-ray machine. They're like pulling it out and inspecting it.
Well, some of these airports have an automated system where everything goes on, everything just, you put another, it's gone. You put another. And it's like, I'm not done. And that my shit is like,
I can't stay with all my
the way
stuff.
down there. Yeah.
I just had to deal with it.
It's some like European system that everyone says is more efficient, but it's only been a tremendous hassle every time.
More efficient for them to steal your fucking AirPods
so
or
glad
lift fucking $100 out your wallet.
I'm so glad Kevin is not here because that dick goes to the UK all the time, and he's come back. He calls crackers crisps now. That's fucked up. And he talks about how like it is more efficient. It is more efficient. I don't know what Kool-Aid did he drink overseas? Because he says that to me and I'm like, my shit went through the conveyor belt, like it's out and among other people, and I'm not done unpacking my shit.
And
this is not more convenient.
It's all your electronics and the shit they want you to pull out. So it's like literally cell phones, iPads, computers, game
let me just say, when I go through
switches.
security, I'm unpacking my shit for like 20 minutes. Well, just take out, just whatever's bigger than a phone. Okay. I'm gonna be here an hour unpacking all this stuff. Okay, all right.
Yeah, we got cameras, we
everyone
got
hates
wires,
me, and I'm just doing all that. But when on those automated systems, yeah, that shit leaves me, and it's all piling up at the end of the conveyor belt, and I'm not even through the scanning machine, and it's like, I don't know what to tell you. I got a lot of stuff. I don't know what to say. And it's not more convenient. Fuck that. We beat the UK and we escaped them for a reason. We should not be doing their security methods.
Yeah.
What is there a king now too?
In the room where we said "fuck you" to the UK, we stood there with us, signed that piece of paper. So and this fuck says it's better.
Yeah.
I find that I always overpack for a trip when it comes to entertainment. I'm so worried about being bored. I bring like Nintendo Switch, laptop, 4 books, deck of cards, magazine, sketchbook, pens, pencils. And then what do I do the whole time? I got a app on my phone called Brick Blocker. It's I'm just playing Brick Blocker for 5 hours. I did read 3 books on this flight, but I probably brought like 7 with me.
Damn.
Like, why would I bring 7? I'm gonna read a fucking book a day while I'm on tour. Like, I don't know why my mind works like that. All I need is a phone and a book.
You know what? Just in case, I do the same thing. I download so much shit onto my phone. Like, I download podcasts. You can't, you can't download podcasts when you're there. So like anything I could possibly think I may want, I have. I did not bring my Switch on this trip.
I didn't either.
I would have. We were in the car for so much, and I was like, maybe. But then Beckett just got Pokemon Shield, and he's like, could you leave the Switch, please? Like, I get it. It's yours, but whatever. I'm like, you know what, buddy, no problem. And so I asked him, do you play a lot of Pokemon? He's like, oh, you never said if you left. I didn't look. I didn't
my fucking God.
So the answer was he didn't play.
What ends up happening is I'm carrying around like a 40, 50 pound pack on my back, and I'm like dying. When we came back from New Zealand and had to walk like 3 miles through LAX, I almost fainted. I had so I
that was
slept
bad.
for like 14 hours. I had like 75 pounds of gear on me. I was like, I can't do this. I was like sweating. It was awful.
I always bring my Switch. I bring my Switch every day to the office. Like I bring it. I always have my Switch. I play it whenever I have some downtime or I'm waiting on something. I play it. That's how I play all this shit. So I always bring that on a trip. And on a trip, I will always bring an iPad, like bigger iPad, whatever, packed with movies. So if I don't feel like playing something, I just want to watch something, I got my whole library on there. Those are the 2 things that I bring and use. I use both. But what I do it's not overpacking per se, but always before a trip, I do load my iPhone up. Not with podcasts. I don't really listen to podcasts on flights, but I will always like, oh, get this album, get this new album. Oh, this new album came out. I'm gonna rip. Oh, my dad has this CD. I'm gonna rip that. I'll put like 20 new albums on that. And I don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Like I honestly, if I listen to anything on a flight, it's relaxing music to make me fall asleep. So I'll put on these albums on, like, cool, I got all these albums that I spent a fucking hour doing. And I'll put on the same like old Epcot soundtrack that is just
lullaby.
All I need is a book.
Asleep. That's it.
A book will entertain me to the point if I start getting tired, reading a book will put me to sleep. It like works for everything. It either keeps me awake or knocks me out. So lesson learned. I'm gonna pack less in the future.
3 books for 7 days.
Yeah. Hey, this is I'm gonna recommend a podcast, and it's not about murder. Well, it is, but
Jesus Christ!
But not real murder.
Oh,
No,
okay.
all the radio mystery theaters that I love so much, someone put all like 1,500 episodes as a podcast individually and just put them all up there.
Oh, wow.
So people have asked me. Let's see what they named this fucking thing.
Yeah,
but
people always want to find that.
They want it's like it's from like
you talk
the
about that a
70s.
lot.
I do talk about it a lot because I fucking love it. Where I should have had this prepared.
I was trying to help you vamp.
No, I know.
This, but.
Fuck me. Where is it? Well, guys. It's okay. It's called Old Time Radio. Oh, CBS Radio Mystery Theater. This Old Time Radio. But yeah, it's like I think there's like thousands of episodes on there, and it's fucking awesome. And I was telling them, they're gonna try to hearing this again. But it's awesome that before these aired, they had the news. Always.
Oh yeah, news.
If something historical happens, they keep that part in So you just play a random episode. I played the Slapper, the Gray Slapper or whatever, and it starts like the Jonestown bodies have been being removed. People wearing gas masks, and it's like about like the Jonestown massacre. Like it's like, oh shit, that's kind of cool. So like they keep that part in. It's super interesting, and I love that shit. So if you like old sci-fi radio mystery drama stuff,
check it
out. It's all there now. And it's a murder, but it's not real. This is fake. This is a movie.
It's a mystery.
Dude, what's the guy in Third Rock from the Sun? What's that guy's name? John Lithgow.
Yeah.
He in the later episodes, he's in these radio mystery theaters. I didn't realize that he did this.
Oh, is that a young actor?
It's like starring John Lithgow. Yeah, and it's like, whoa,
wow,
crazy. Anyways, fun stuff.
I love.
Well, is that about it for us? We didn't even get to any calls or anything. But
yeah,
we had so much
good.
to talk about. We've been gone for so long.
No, we went for like another
hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and 40 minutes.
Jesus! Oh my God! I'm in trouble. I gotta
this
go.
after show was so good. We should upload this to
the main channel, not the archives.
The what?
Slap it onto the end of the podcast.
I wouldn't say on iTunes, but yeah.
Two
We should make
podcasts.
like an after show podcast.
No, we'll put it on Pornhub. It'll get a million views.
Okay,
but
okay.
I gotta.
Perfect.
All right, mandatory.
Show
Get it
the
out.
dick.
Get
Show
it.
the dick.
Zoom in on that,
Show the
John?
dick.
Can we get a
Show
zoom?
the dick. Show the dick.
Turn it off!
Ew!
No, here I'll help you. I'll help you.
Oh my God, Rob, put it away! Put it away!
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Put it away!
No.